So, Lisa Evers, you were at court yesterday in this New York hip-hop podcaster trial, covering the alleged shooting and shooter, the person that has been charged in the Irving Plaza shooting.
Yeah, Ebro, and what came out in court basically confirmed what people have been saying on the street since the very beginning of the Irving Plaza shooting. So basically what happened in court was they read charges against Taxstone on 2 federal gun charges, and it confirmed a lot of the information that had been out there on the street that people have been saying since the very beginning, but there had been no proof because the only person that's been arrested in this was Troy Ave so far.
Got it. So where are we at today? Because I read an article that there was DNA evidence on a trigger, a magazine, a gun, that now they're saying that Troy Ave didn't bring the gun in, and that this podcaster from New York, what's it, Daryl Campbell, I believe his name is.
That's right.
Brought the gun in the facility.
Yeah, well, this is the whole thing. I mean, honestly, it was pretty explosive what they were saying in the court. The federal prosecutor is saying that Daryl Campbell, that people know as Taxstone, the hip-hop podcaster and media personality from Brooklyn, that this was his gun, that he brought it into Irving Plaza, that he not only brought the gun in there, but that he fired the gun and fired the shots, including the shot that killed Ronald McFadder, who people know as Banga, you know, and rest in peace, Ronald, and condolences, as always, to the McFadder family, who we know very well from Push for Peace and Street Soldiers. But what was so interesting was the DNA evidence, because the feds are saying that on the gun there was DNA from Daryl Campbell, DNA from Troy Ave, and DNA from Ronald McFadder. But when they analyze it, and they have like a super tight way of analyzing the DNA, they found DNA from Daryl Campbell on the trigger, on the hand grip, and on the magazine, especially the magazine. These are places that you couldn't randomly touch if you were grabbing the gun out of somebody's hand.
So when did this case become a federal incident? That's another thing, because I read that U.S. Marshals picked up the New York hip-hop podcaster, man. And when did it become...
Well, I think it became a federal case when they started to hit roadblocks in so many areas, because Troy Ave was arrested in state court, by the NYPD and the Manhattan DA. With Daryl Campbell, it became a federal case because the gun he allegedly used in the shooting, and he's not charged with murder or anything like that. He's just charged strictly now on possession of a gun as a convicted felon because he has 2 felonies. He's charged with interstate commerce of a gun because the gun, according to the feds, originally came from Florida. So the possession of a gun by a convicted felon is a felony, and it's a very tough charge to beat, but he has a really great lawyer, Ken Montgomery.
And so I guess at this point he's out. Laura, you heard he's out. The podcaster is out on bail.
Well, yeah, I read that he was out on bail right now and just on house arrest. Got it.
Well, they gave him the bail. Let me just tell you what I found out just a little while ago. The judge granted him the bail package. I don't know if he's physically out, but there's another hearing this morning because the prosecutors do not want Daryl Campbell. They don't want him out of jail. So there's another hearing at 11:30 this morning where they're going to try to revoke the bail package and keep him behind bars. But I think the thing that people have to understand, one of the questions I was getting on social media from people was like, this happened 8 months ago. Why is all of this coming out now? Why did they make these moves now?
Well, because it was a murder.
And yeah, because it was a murder and they'll never give up. But also in court, the prosecutor said that in the last 2 months, a witness has come forward that is cooperating with the government and giving them information. So there's somebody that's talking that wasn't talking before. That's why we didn't see this kind of action earlier.
Now, what's the story with the people who were shot other than the person that lost their lives? Because there was 2 women shot also, right?
Right. And the prosecutor says that the gun, there was a struggle with the gun, McFadder, Ronald McFadder and Troy Ave were in a struggle with Daryl Campbell, allegedly. The gun went off. Daryl Campbell fired the shots that killed Ronald McFadder, that also wounded Troy Ave, and the shot that injured the shots that two other shots that injured the two women. Then Troy Ave, allegedly, according to the prosecutor, picks up the gun. According to what the detective said in the court papers, Troy Ave then picks up the gun and runs out, and then he fires a shot. That's why Troy Ave was charged with weapons possession and also attempted murder. And then that gun, Daryl Campbell's gun, was allegedly found in the van along with the two other guns in the van that took Troy Ave to the hospital. That's what the prosecutors are saying.
Got it. Lisa Evers from Fox 5, ladies and gentlemen. I think I must reiterate, the first time we covered this many months ago, I was very clear in giving everyone involved a big congratulations.
Congratulations. You played yourself.
Because these individuals involved in this are the people who always are talking about they're doing something for the culture.
Right.
And anyone and everyone that brings a weapon into a gathering of fans of hip-hop music and jeopardizes the jobs of the security, the bartender, the people working at the facility, the artists on stage who their careers are jeopardized because you think it's okay to bring guns into a facility where everyone is trying to better themselves. That's right? Like create business and have careers. I give all of y'all that throw around this for the culture, because you're not talking about hip-hop culture. You must be talking about jail culture. A big
congratulations, you played yourself.
Because that's not how it's supposed to be done.
Fact.
You leave street business in the street. When you come to the venue to love hip-hop and love the music, you come there without your weapons. That's always been the rule.
No, I think so. And Ebro, the other thing too is, there's so many good concerts now. There's so many venues that are open to hip hop. There's so many opportunities for artists, and this just makes everybody look bad.
Very well said, Lisa.
Lisa Evers from Fox 5, ladies and gentlemen. Keep us updated on this news story, and thank you for the information.
All right, and Hot 97 Street Soldiers, Sunday, 6 a.m. Don't forget.
Don't forget, Lisa Evers.
Thanks, Lisa.
Thanks, Lisa.